I will die for the revolution. No woman has shed blood for the revolution yet. I will be the first. The revolution will create an enduring home for all people. It will help form a peaceful and calm world for all children. The long enslaved masses became numb long ago. They do not know peace, nor calm.
These two children are about to lose their mother.
Today I die for all children. I will die for the revolution. I am not afraid, nor do I care about death. Instead, I rejoice. I am honored to be a martyr. And at this moment, the moment of my death, I cry blissful tears.
Make sure the donation boxes are visible. Then go to the door. Now be vigilant.
Right.
Let Mr. Sun rest now. Don't disturb him.
Sure.
Jim, who's that?
Who's what?
Look.
What now?
Go. Come on. Get up. There's a woman here. Come on. Just get going.
Chan, get up. Time to get up.
Let me sleep 3 more minutes.
Fine. Hmm. 1 minute left.
Fine, I'm up.
I should be going to Guangzhou.
No, come again? Have you forgotten the committee's decision? Wang Xing will lead the Guangzhou uprising. Sun Wen will handle fundraising overseas. Remember, we all voted on it.
Promise? Promise? These are donations from abroad. Chinese people overseas helped us. To them, I made a promise. I cannot fail them all. I must carry out my pledge.
It wasn't a personal promise, but the Tongmon Hui's promise.
They wrote these letters.
Who's the woman?
Wait, Zhonglan. An, a Tongmen Hui member from my village.
I'm Wang Xing.
She handles Guangzhou's underground organizations. You two, pretend to be husband and wife. It'll be a good cover.
No, it's not appropriate.
What's not appropriate about it? I'm a woman and I don't care. What are you afraid of?
It's easy to die in battle. Harder to motivate the living, so you have the difficult task.
The Guangzhou uprising will end the Qing dynasty, once and for all. Take this pocket watch. During the uprising, we'll watch time together.
Destroy this wall! Blow it up! Yes, sir! You dare revolt! You stupid revolutionary! You dare revolt!
Where's Tong Mingqi?
Quick! Quickly! Quickly!
Yats and the comrades taking part in the uprising know me better. It'll be easier for me to coordinate.
That's nonsense. I could wield my pen and a scalpel, so why not a gun too?
Remember, you're still a wanted man by the Qing court. We just can't risk it. If you return to lead the uprising, it'll be irresponsible. Retreat! All of you retreat! Everyone listen to my command! Attack from the sides!
Got it!
Grenades!
Here, follow me! Jimmy escaped. Keqiang said to tell you, if the uprising fails, you must tell Sun Wen.
Anything else?
He said, if he's not back by dusk, you have to leave Guangzhou.
Gentlemen, our fundraiser today was supposed to be for the Guangzhou uprising. But just now, I received news. Fighting in Guangzhou has ceased. The uprising has failed. This telegram says the uprising failed, and many of our members are dead. You've never met them. The young people who died were all very talented. Some came from rich families. Some had just gotten married. They were willing to sacrifice themselves, whatever the cost. They sacrificed themselves because they have faith in the cause.
What do your lies have to do with us?
Good question. Most of you here are overseas Chinese. You all know well that our faces mark us as Chinese. And because of this, we've suffered discrimination, been harassed, we've endured unfair treatment. All because the country of our people has long been corrupt, long been weak, long been in pain. And so our people have been trampled. We've suffered, our land stolen. This revolution ensures that people can pursue happiness, that our race will regain dignity. Our revolution has always been blessed by support from overseas Chinese. For many years, I have strongly believed that you are the mother of the revolution. Friends, your children have died for you. Fang Shandong, Lin Seshua, Yu Peilin, Chen Genshin, Lin Jumin. This young man will be a father soon.
A donation from Jcon. I won't hide it from you. We sold our ancestral house in China. Yet, for those of us who are now living overseas, we've had to put down new roots. The Qing dynasty isn't our home. And without a home, why keep a house? Take it. If the revolution fails, you'll owe us for generations.
One more!
Chan, your pocket watch may stop bullets, but not cannon shells. Fire!
Empress Dowager, I hear that Sun Wen fled the country long ago. He hasn't returned for over a decade. We might want to arrest him, but I'm afraid it will be hard.
Yes, but didn't we already alert our envoys and friendly foreign governments? We told them about Sun Wen and asked them to monitor his movements.
But Sun still gives public lectures everywhere. He's raising funds, organizing the rebels, trafficking arms, plotting
Minister Su,
uprising.
you're overstating things. It's not like he's done anything in front of us. He's only a mortal man, not the Monkey King. What real power does he have?
You don't think he's done enough to rock the boat? The past few years have been filled with great unrest. Rebellions come one after another. Sun has been misleading the people with his lies. So many follow his path willingly. What of a troublemaker?
If he dares come here, our army will kill him.
Yes. Let's just eliminate Sun Wen and his cohorts. We'll destroy them, once and for all.
Stop your babbling. Whether you kill them or skin them, praise them or punish them, or whatever other solution you come up with, I have only one thing to say. Please, will all of you let my son and I have some peace?
Recently, the mortgage of our railways against the Four Nations bank loan has led to riots. Oh!
So what are the rifles in your hands for? Tell those people if they revolt, I'll make sure they die in vain.
This is a car used by British royalty.
Oh, then as a member of the Chinese royalty, I shall try it.
Please do.
I guess you come because of the Sichuan Railway.
The loan agreement between our countries and the mortgage of your railways cannot simply be written off.
That's the trouble. I always said the mortgage of the Sichuan and Guangdong railways against your loan will lead to trouble down the road. If you take the railways by force, it'll be a disaster.
Can't we find a solution to this problem, my lord?
Look at this invention. It's an iron machine. It can move forward and backward and left and right. Whatever you wish.
My lord, please enjoy this humble gift and steer it in the right direction.
Mr. Ambassador, I have already sent troops from Wuchang to suppress the Sichuan riots. So don't worry.
You are a great strategist.
But you're the one holding the steering wheel. You have the money. You have naval fleets. And you've always been better businessmen than us. In 50 years, the iron car you've just given me will be a pile of scrap metal. But this little snuff bottle, which is my gift to you, will be completely priceless.
Oh, thank you.
Open the door! Open it, Hong Ke-chang! I know you're in there! What are you doing, Hong Ke-chang? Put it down! Give me the blade! Give it to me! What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? You cannot die! I know you saw it all. Saw them all being killed. I know that we failed this time.
I don't want to die, Jonan. I want to save this hand so I can hold a gun. Help me now. Chop it off for me.
No! No!
So we failed. No. We failed before.
No!
Children, do you know what the telegram says? Huang Keqiang is alive! Fate has been kind! Hey! Huang Keqiang? He's a strong and determined man. A man who can't be killed! Well, do you know Homer Lee? Huh? Huh? Well, can you take me to him? Where's Homer Lee? Oh. Mr. Lee, tell me, why are you so interested in the Chinese Revolution?
Nowadays, a Chinese revolution is the only thing that can make history exciting.
Exciting? That's not what our revolution is about.
Why revolution?
I was once a doctor. I used to save a lot of lives with my scalpel. But sadly, in my country, your life is so miserable that it might be worse than death. I always wonder why my compatriots have to endure their lives with no dignity. They survive like animals, with very basic needs, suffering the oppression from the ruling class and foreign powers. Now, I cannot accept it. I will not accept it. I want a change. I want a revolution. Come. I'll show you. Recently, in Sichuan, the central part of China, where people have launched a movement of protecting railway projects against the hopelessly corrupt Qing government, it is said that the Qing government have to mobilize the army from Hubei province to Sichuan. What they don't know is many officers who stayed behind in the army of Hubei, Hunan, and Jiangsu are active members of Tongminhui and the Restoration League. I have a feeling that in the south of the Yangtze River, even a big movement will take hold.
I want to join your revolution.
That's fine. I would like to invite you to join the Chinese Revolution as a military advisor. But I'm afraid that I cannot afford you and pay you the attention as you deserve.
This is not about money. It's about you, son. You must be China's first president.
I promise.
Peng Chufan, Lu Fuji, Yang Hongsheng, these three plotted mutiny. This is heaven's punishment. We execute them today as a warning to all.
Governor, we found the list. What should we do?
What else can we do? Starting tonight, kill everyone on the list.
No one will be spared.
What are you doing?
You do up. What are your names?
Xiong Bin-kun of the 8th Regiment.
Jin Long of the 8th Regiment. Keep your cool. It's a crisis. Control your temper!
Sir!
What's this? You want a mutiny? Not sleeping? What are you doing? What is this? It's a mutiny! Taking Sheng! Brother. Put down your rifle, okay?
I want a mutiny! How many more of us will you kill? You're actually lucky that I'm the one aiming at you.
Brother, this isn't a joke.
If we don't do it now, then when?
Yatsen! The revolution succeeded!
Hey,
sorry.
What's the matter with you?
On October 10th, we took over Wuchang. Governor Ru Chang fled. The revolutionaries telegraphed the entire country, asking them to join the rebellion. The world is in shock! Yatsen, you must return to China. I'll reserve a boat ticket for you. You'll reach Shanghai in 20 days!
So it was in Wuchang. It was in Wuchang. Telegraph Keqiang in Hong Kong. Tell him to go to Wuchang to lead the revolution.
Yes, sir.
Son, I'm ready. I'll go to China with you.
No. I'm going to Europe first. Wang Xing's much better than me to handle this in China.
Why?
The unrest in China is closely linked to the Four Nations bank loan to the Qing court. The court may be out of money now. But if they still receive the loan, they can thwart the revolution. Reserve tickets for Europe.
Zhenan, don't make dinner. We don't have time.
Put it down. Why are you so anxious?
Hmm?
You won't even be able to use it.
The battle in Wuchang will be intense. I have to consider your safety.
What about your own safety?
Don't worry. I can't die. Fate's always kind to me. I should go.
Go then.
Empress Dowager, I have something to report.
Speak, Royal Prince.
Food and supplies precede an army. There's an old
Get to the
saying,
important
war
part.
is
Don't
won
just
with
quote
money.
the classics.
In my opinion, we should finalize the loan from the Four Nations Bank as quickly as we can. That way, we have less to worry about later.
Haven't we discussed this for months? Why hasn't it been done?
The Four Nations Bank feel we've been rather indecisive about mortgaging our railways, so negotiations have stalled.
Like this.
And there's been a lot of criticism. People are saying that we're giving away our country's sovereignty.
Tch! If we're not the rulers, then what good is this country?
General Lee, time is short. Please decide. Haven't I treated you well? Why are you making it so difficult?
We ask that you lead the military government.
What's so difficult? Drop your gun! Drop it!
Generally, you've treated us well. All we ask is, you lead us now.
There's talent among the revolutionaries. Ask Sun Wen to be your leader.
Li Yuanhong! Naturally, we will have a revolutionary member as our leader. But at present, Sun Wen is abroad, and Huang Keqing is on his way here. That's why we offer you this. Li Yuanhong, do you understand?
I'll give you my imperial position, but I don't want to become your official either. I want to go home. You don't know the real situation. Although Ri Cheng and Zhang Bao are in hiding, if the court's army were to counterattack, it would be a massacre. They destroy Wu Chang. Go! Come back! Stop! Come back! Stand your ground! Go! Get down! Ri Cheng's firing at us from a German battleship! What damn battle is it? I will die because of you people! Remove the ammunition! Quick! Then we'll die together! You'll be honored as a revolutionary martyr! I'm Li Yuanhong, General of the Mixed Brigade! I'm Military Governor Li Yuanhong! If you want to live, return to your station! Attention, soldiers! Sir! Target battleship to you! Target battleship to you! Distance 2,400 feet! Distance 2,400 feet! Load the cannon! Load the cannon! Prepare for rapid firing! Round one! Rapid firing, round one! Fire! Fire! Distance 2,350 feet! 25 degrees to the right! Load them up! Fire all three cannons! Fire! Fire! Ceasefire! Why are we stopping? You asked me to take command, so I make all the decisions.
Why'd they stop?
No ammunition? No, sir. Should we fire back to test them? Why do that? Save ourselves. Retreat! Retreat!
Even if we annihilate Yin Chang today, doesn't make a difference. He's nobody. The real battle is ahead of us.
Yes, sir!
Cut my cue? Fine. Do it. Since you bestowed such an honor on me, I'll join you and break the law!
Yeah! Father! Father! Good news!
You've scared away my fish.
You're coming out of seclusion.
You can't hold your horses.
General, Huahu's here.
Huahu, let us show the revolutionaries and those in the Forbidden City our great Beiyang army and our great power.
Sir! Distance 500! Load the cannon! Ready! Fire!
John, where should we go?
We'll go wherever there's heavy gunfire.
Make way! Make way! Commander!
Avoid gunfire! Hide in the trench with your squad! Hide in the trench! Hide in the trench! Don't run! Stand your ground! Into the bunker! Don't run! Go get the gun!
Remember, light soldiers useless in battle without sweat. You understand? The enemy's advanced. Once our cannons can cover us, the infantry will attack. The key to combat is to avoid gunfire.
Understood! Idiot! Running away! I'll kill you! Drop your gun! That's Hong Xing, our commander! Salute!
Tell everyone, from now on, follow my orders.
Sir!
We must be prepared to enter the front lines.
Sir!
We burnt Hankou to the ground. That was a great offense. But for now, we won't fight anymore. If the revolutionaries are defeated, the country still belongs to the Qing court. If the Qing court is defeated, the revolutionaries will seize power. And somehow, we must get a share of the power. The conditions I gave the Qing court are that I take full power over the army and its supplies. Now, Empress Dowager Longyu and the princess must know that they must secure the loan from the Four Nations Bank. Otherwise, there'll be no more battle. Regarding the revolutionaries...
Should we contact Li Yuanhong and test the waters?
He's not Tong Minghui. In the long run, we need to find someone who can connect with Sun Yat-sen and Huang Qing. Someone they can talk to.
Report! Wang Jingwei is here. Isn't Wang supposed to be in prison in Beijing?
I believe that Jai Fang released him.
Zhao Ming, tell me, what exactly do you revolutionaries want?
We want to create a republic.
Republic? And why must you have this republic?
Feudalism has held China back for far too long. As long as we have an emperor, we cannot be rid of the old system. The revolution must depose the emperor and the imperial system.
That's all theory. We have to put it into practice. When the republic is established, who will be its leader?
The leader will be elected by all.
Zhao Ming, the general gave it serious thought before inviting you here from Beijing. He'd like your help. You know the revolutionaries. You must help us.
Oh, Zhao Ming. Is Sun Wen still abroad?
Gentlemen, gentlemen! You know who I am and why I'm here. It seems to me that you have decided that you're against the revolution. Am I right?
Go.
Your money will support the corrupt Qing government. It is an exchange of what? Railways? Our railways.
Sir, please keep your voice down here.
You're deciding the future of my country here. Being Chinese, I have the right to know what's going on here.
We've already informed your government regarding our decision.
What's that mean? You must tell me that.
Let me remind you that we're in Europe. I'm sure you're a man of the world, but you really should behave like a
Do you understand what's happening in China now?
Mr. Sun Wen. He won't answer you. They are bankers. They only care about their money, not other people's fate. Mr. Hillier? Do you know who he is?
No.
He's the man who will decide the future of China.
You are?
I'm Chang Munro.
You fool! Your father's a Chinese imperial ambassador, and you spoke for Sun Wen? Don't you know who that man is? He's a traitor of the Qing dynasty! He is a wanted criminal in China! He's a revolutionary.
It's because I know who he is. That's why I helped him today.
Mr. Hillier. Mr. Hillier! I'm afraid I must go. We can't be present in the same place.
Why leave, Mr. Tang? I beg you.
says why leave.
You still haven't done us the honour of accepting our
We still
invitation.
haven't done the honor
You
of
really
accepting
mustn't
our
leave.
invitation. He doesn't want you to leave.
Please.
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm well aware that
Please.
I've come here uninvited. However, as the leader of the Chinese Revolution, I only ask you, please reconsider the £6 million your loan to the Qing government.
Sun Wen, you're a subject of the court.
You're a subject of the court.
Yet you show no respect for it.
How dare you talk about respecting our country? You destroyed any respect our country had long ago. I represent all Chinese people and speak in the name of the leader of the Chinese Revolution.
Dr. Sun, we will not break such an important business contract.
Mr. Thompson, this is not a business contract. It is a political deal. If this contract is signed, what is at stake here is Chinese sovereignty.
Mr. Sun, our German banks only care about business. We don't care about domestic politics.
My dearest German delegates, every time the Qing government fires a gun at us, your money presses the trigger. The Qing government will buy weapons with your loan, nothing else.
Perhaps you've misunderstood. This loan is to rebuild the railways.
Says the loan is to help rebuild the railway.
Mr. Sun, our minister in Peking, Sir John Newell Jordan, said the same thing about the loan.
Dear Sir Buchanan, I believe when Mr. Jordan realizes that the money is used to destroy the Chinese Revolution, he will change his mind.
Sun Wen, I am warning you. Do not slander the Qing dynasty!
Minister Tong, you underestimate us. We want to depose you and the court! Gentlemen, we all know that to give good money to a bad client is a fatal mistake. The Qing government is like a patient diagnosed with cancer. Your loan is like the sugar pills. It will only make him feel better. But their fate is sealed.
It seems that you are quite pessimistic about the future in China.
No, I'm not. On the contrary, my vision of the new China is very positive. I see huge miles covering plenty of natural resources. I see thousands of banks providing new capital. I see a mountain of railways which connect all the modern communities. Gentlemen, you are bankers. You should know how to invest your money wisely. Would you rather invest your money into a dying government or the emerging one?
Mr. Sun Yat-sen, I know you're the leader of this revolution, and I respect your revolution. However, we cannot invest money against the interests of our own nation.
You may know, I'm a surgeon. As a doctor, my duty is to save my patient's life. One day, I found my country was suffering from cancer. Mr. Hillier, the situation of China is like this. Roast lamb. It's unlikely our people would enjoy freedom, equality, and fraternity.
Thank you.
Yes, that is said. This is China, and all of you want a peace. Germany, here's your piece. The Shandong, good location. Good location, isn't it?
What's this? What's he mean?
Sir Buchanan, your piece, left rather small on this plate. Only Hong Kong. And you know very well, this is a gate to reach China. Mr. Thompson, let me cut out a special piece for you, in memory of all those Chinese lives.
Tell me, what is
They
he
were
saying?
lost carving out your mountain for the transcontinental railway. And sleepers lie buried.
Yes.
The bones of Chinese laborers. It's a pity that all those countries, not here today, Russia, Japan, and Portugal, they want pescadores, Liaodong Peninsula, and Macau. Gentlemen, this is the last time you can gather to feast on China. I really hope I made my point clear.
Mr. Tong, please wait a moment.
You go home.
Why leave, Mr. Tong?
Must people die for revolution?
The goal of revolution isn't death, but to change fate. Young people are sacrificing themselves for the revolution, so those that are living can lead better lives.
General, Huahu is here.
General, we've taken Hanyang. Should we continue fighting more battles?
There's no need to be in such a rush. We have to let the court know. If they don't pay up, we won't move anywhere or fight anything.
What did you just write?
Can't you read? Read it yourself.
Fight slowly and wait and see. But morale is high.
I must return to Beijing and see what the Empress Dowager says. This is the bottom line. This time, if the Qing court doesn't give me enough money, I won't fight their war. I had thought it would be easy to defeat them. But Sun's revolutionaries, very resilient. I also greatly lack ammunition and basic supplies. Empress Dowager.
Yes, Jackie.
Your servant.
How much do you need? Tell me.
If I had 12 million taels of gold, I could finish off the revolutionaries within a few months. If we have no money for battle, then we only have one choice. To make peace with the revolutionaries.
You dare? Making peace means we acknowledge them.
Well, the Beiyang army has only one round of ammunition left.
I will never agree to making peace with rebels.
If you really care about the Qing court, do something useful and donate your own riches. Why don't you donate your own money to the cause?
Yuan Shikai? Empress Dowager, I've always said that we must have enough money to support the army. Yuan Shikai is indeed hard-pressed.
You're always arguing. All the time, every day. You pretend to be loyal ministers. And now, we face a crisis. And you've all become selfish thinking of yourselves. The dynasty's destined to fall.
Your servant will give up all his possessions.
This is a time of crisis. I will lead my entire family to protect the country.
I don't need a coffin or to be buried in my ancestral grave.
Empress Dowager, if our money can help destroy the rebels, then I'll give up everything. Return home to be a peasant.
The Four Nations Bank has been persuaded by Sun Wen words. I'm afraid we won't receive a cent of the promised loan.
I know that. Heaven will punish Sun Wen for his treachery to us.
Empress Dowager! Even though we've run out of money, food, weapon, and ammunition, we still have loyal subjects, as we've had for centuries! I will only say this. I will die for the Qing dynasty!
Your interference with the Four Nations bank loan has generated great controversy in China. This is the Prince Regent's order to assassinate you.
This painting, to me, looks like a portrait of the deceased.
I don't agree with you, but I respect your courage. I won't kill you. I want to persuade you.
Sun Wen, we're both past middle age. Confucius said, at 50 I knew my destiny.
He also said, at 40 I see clearly. I have never wavered from what I believe in. I know why you won't kill me. You're a father. You know the Qing court you serve will eventually destroy your children. As parents, what we all want is a strong and bright China for our children.
You should go. Don't let me see you again.
Mr. Jordan, you are the very first guest at my new house. Welcome.
Now that you've moved to Beijing, we can see each other more often.
That's right. I don't intend to leave the city again.
How's the situation in the south?
Sun Wen, Huangxing are southern barbarians with big appetites.
You could have taken Wu Chang back, but you decided to stop fighting. We all know the Qing have run out of money. The end is near. You want to profit from the battle between the Qing court and the Revolutionary Army. That is why you want to make peace.
And what do you think of how I'm balancing my two hands?
Truth be told, I'm very impressed.
But the revolutionaries won't even talk to me.
I understand. You want us to extend a hand?
You.
We'll pave the way for you to negotiate with the revolutionaries. It's no good for anyone if fighting continues. What's important now is holding on to power. Real power. And I'm looking for a collaborator to protect the interests of Britain in China.
Well, you've come to the right person.
Military governor, I am sending Keqiang to Shanghai because it's part of the overall strategy of the revolutionary movement.
I don't understand. Wu Chang attracted the world's attention.
Salute!
Isn't that the strategy?
If we can attack Nanjing, why can't we defend Wuchang?
In Wuchang, we're in a stalemate with the Beiying army. Our trainees have suffered heavy casualties. In Nanjing, the enemy is weak. Our plan is to attack Nanjing and then retake Wuchang. That's the strategy. This decision was made by the Tongmenghui. I must abide by it.
Fine. If you say that's the strategy, then so be it. But I won't go to Shanghai. You all know, it hasn't been easy to forge our paths together. My home is here. My power is here.
Military governor, it would appear that even now, we don't walk the same path.
Don't move! Lie down! Listen, if you want to live, we must amputate your leg, understand?
Alcohol.
It'll be okay. Are you ready? Be brave. We're gonna start. Listen to me. Listen to me. Stop sighing. Stop sighing! Someone, take him. You once said, so we failed. It's not like we haven't failed before. I'm talking to you right now. You idiot!
Mr. Sun, I'm just receiving your telegraph.
Okay. Here you are.
Thank you.
Mr. Sun, I wanted to inform you right away. The Four Nations Bank made a monumental decision and decided to hold off on the loan to the Qing court. You once told me that revolution isn't just about changing life, but changing fate. I don't understand what the revolution is for, but I've struggled and fought, and I've been angry. Although my final fate, like that of my father, is to die with the dynasty. I sincerely wish your revolution, no, wish our revolution every success.
Yat-sen! Yat-sen!
Ko-chang!
Where are you?
Ko-chang! I'm over here!
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can! Wang Ko-chang! I'm starboard!
I'm starboard too!
Ko-chang. At the welcome ceremony, as a revolutionary leader, you should wear army uniform.
Okay.
Yat-sen! Yat-sen!
Bin Laden, follow me.
Not in first class?
No!
And second class?
No!
Oh, no.
This saved my life.
Ko-chang, your hand.
Guangzhou uprising. It doesn't matter.
Yat-sen!
Good. Well, we searched the whole boat. You're all here.
That's you, you're all here.
Okay, let's go. Oh, it's great hand shipping. You haven't aged a bit.
Mr. Sun, during your voyage from Europe on your way back here, what did you think about?
I thought about after 16 years, I finally returned to my motherland.
Mr. Sun, we hear you've returned with huge donations. Is that true?
I didn't bring any money. All I bring is the revolutionary spirit.
What's the ultimate goal of the revolution?
The goal is simple. Overthrow imperial rule and save our people.
Mr. Sun, what did you tell the bankers you met with in Europe?
I told them. It's the Chinese people who will steer the fate of China.
Mr. Sun!
Not foreigners,
Mr. Sun.
or Manchu royalty.
The North and South are in negotiations. What's your opinion?
My opinion is, our goal hasn't been reached. We won't negotiate!
Tie them up.
Our position is, unless the Emperor abdicates, there can be no peace and no agreement.
Our position is that the monarchical system cannot change.
This is a family dinner, Ch'an, and you're part of the family. You've put so much effort into the negotiations. You've worked hard.
Just tell me. What's on your mind?
Well, you're the only one here who's met Sun Wen. I just want to know more about Sun Wen. What kind of a man is he exactly?
Zhang Zhishao said, China will rise because of Sun Yat-sen. He's the person who will be responsible for reviving the country. Japan's Miyazaki considers Sun a hero who will save China. Kang Yuwei claims Sun is illiterate.
Thank you.
But Wu Zhihui says that Sun is a great scholar. Some say he's like Robin Hood, an outlaw. Some say he's a real intellectual, or a wandering doctor wielding a scalpel. And others call him a good-for-nothing fraud and liar. There are many versions.
Ch'an. Sun has so many followers behind him. How does he do it? What's his secret?
I've heard many people say that Sun Yat-sen is a truly selfless man.
What?
My husband says this too.
Ch'an! A truly selfless person? There's no such thing in this world anymore!
This is China's first republic in 2,000 years. We can't wait.
The 17 provinces have decided to elect a Grand Marshal first.
Mr. Sun, please sign this.
A Grand Marshal can't be head of state. We must elect a president.
But shouldn't we wait to hear from Yuan Shikai first? If he can secure the Emperor's abdication, we should.
The negotiation party's made a pact.
Whoever succeeds will become president. Yuan Shikai hasn't opposed the Qing court. Our promise is intact.
If you insist on an election, people will use it to resume fighting.
So we fight. We got what we have today because we fought.
If we resume fighting, Ka-Chang, what are our chances of winning?
We have no money for fighting. Morale is low. I'd say our chances for winning are pretty slim. What would we fight with? It's impractical.
Even when we had nothing, we were willing to sacrifice our lives. Now we have half a country. What are we afraid of?
The international community supports Yuan Shikai.
Overseas Chinese want us to elect a president and set up a government.
To be on the safe side, I think we should wait.
If Yuan doesn't oppose the Emperor for another 100 years, do we wait? Right now is the time to put pressure on him.
If he deposes the king, do we have to keep our promise?
Even if he makes the Emperor abdicate, he isn't qualified to be president.
We can't say that. If Yuan Shikai keeps his promise, he can become the president.
If that's the case, why bother holding an election?
Good question. Because in the end, it's worth it. First, we have to establish the concept of a republic. What we're doing is building a road in the wilderness, so the revolution can continue its path. It's the future of China. We will not go backwards!
Get down! Against the wall! All of you! Against the wall! Against the wall!
He's the assassin.
Release him. Who sent you?
Sun Wen is a sinner.
A corrupt man! He dishonored the great Qing dynasty! He's an immoral man!
He misleads the people.
He is beyond forgiveness! We should kill him! Kill him!
Enough questioning. We live in completely different worlds.
Understood.
2 days ago, on December 27th, provincial representatives voted and approved the Provisional Government Organizational Draft. They also approved the presidential system, as well as the nomination of candidates. Elections will take place today. December 29th. For the position of Provincial President, I declare that a candidate who receives more than 2/3 of the votes will become the Provisional President.
Homer!
Son? What are you doing here?
Thousands of years, in Chinese history, we the people never received the opportunity to elect the head of government. Never. That is what we've been fighting for. Our people have been fighting ongoing for so long, and now we've finally done it. Homer, when did you get here? Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
I must be there.
Out of a total of 17 votes, Sun Wen received 16. Provisional President of the Republic of China.
Dr. Sun, I heard your name. I told you that you'd be China's first president.
Deng Xiaoyi! Didn't you tell me that he's a truly selfless man? What a slap in the face!
General,
Order. Feng Guozhang and Duan Qiri to issue a telegram against the Republic. Deng Xiaoyi is sympathetic to the Republic. I oppose. He's dismissed as representative to the negotiations.
Yes.
Telegraph Wu Qingfang. I recognize neither the Nanjing Provisional Government nor its so-called president, Sun Wen.
I pledge to overthrow the Qing dynasty, strengthen the Republic of China, and foster better livelihoods for all. These are my promises to you. I will keep them. I will serve with faith. I will serve all people until the Qing dynasty is overthrown and the country has no strife. China will stand tall in the world, recognized by all nations. At that time, I will resign from the position of president. This is my pledge to all citizens. Just now, I pledge myself as the provisional president. Now, I have a few words to add. Today, the Republic of China was established. But the Qing court still stands. Unless feudalism is uprooted, our revolution isn't complete. I await the day that I will relinquish my position as president to the person who deposes the Qing emperor.
What's going on? I said it before. We shouldn't rush to elect a president.
The Beiyang army has mobilized, and I hear Yuan Shikai has hired more assassins.
He was afraid of assassins.
Mr. Sun, I suggested a view of the situation for the greater good. Please think very hard.
If Yuan Shikai does not depose the Qing court, he won't step down.
Does Mr. Sun want to hold on to the position of president?
Wang Daoming. Do you think Sun Wen is like that?
Since he's so selfless, what's the harm in my asking?
This is about trust, and belief, and faith, without any doubt.
My only fear is of an all-out battle between North and South. Who will be responsible?
If our revolution is stolen, who'll be responsible for that?
Wang Kanjiang, you...
Daoming, will you stop arguing?
I'll support you in front of everyone. But we must be frank behind closed doors.
You don't have to close any doors. Say it, Kachang.
We can't accede to Yuan Shikai's demands.
But he has the power. He can quickly depose the Qing court. To establish our republic, we need politics as well as battles.
This is revolution, not pass the crown. Sun Wen, the revolution doesn't belong to any person.
Kachang, What do you mean? You don't understand.
Oh, that's so? You think I don't understand politics? But I know you're J'kei! You must know how many young men he killed, how many people he massacred. I'm very worried. He might become an enemy of the Republic. He might try to become emperor! This is our room.
You know, when I arrived, I was resentful. But now I've seen you. I'm no longer angry. Now, our baby is growing inside me.
Chan, this painting is almost finished. But I can't seem to decide where to hang it. I want to propose that Wu Tingfeng issue a public statement. If the Emperor doesn't abdicate, the ceasefire will end. Whoever delays, whoever resists, will be punished by all. If the truce can't be maintained, we'll declare war again.
If the war resumes, I'll lead the troops to the north.
Kachal, you were right. I thought long and hard. We have to establish provisional laws very soon. It's unimportant who is president. We must establish a system, not only to restrain young Shikai, but anyone who dreams of becoming emperor.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Use bright red for the flag.
Okay.
Comrades, I know you all have many questions and doubts regarding my resignation. But it takes more than a day or two to be rid of 2 millennia, a feudal hegemony. I truly hope we will not just focus on one official title, but create a truly relevant, legally protected revolutionary system. The world is immense. Those who follow the righteous path thrive. Those who do not become extinct. I hold fast to the revolution, knowing it will bear fruit. After such a long journey, we will reach our revolutionary goal.
What exactly is Sun Wen trying to do, huh? Why send a telegram? Why make a declaration or fight a war?
Mr. Jordan was the one who said it best. The most important thing is to hold on to power.
I'm sure the president's chair isn't comfortable. Even if it's full of pins, I still want to sit on it. The British ambassador once told me that in the winter of that year, the season we're in now, the winds were chilly, they pierced to the bone. Snow was falling from the sky. It was just after New Year, but the entire city was desolate and grim. The atmosphere was filled with a tragic bleakness. The guillotine was placed in the middle of the public square. Icicles of red blood were still hanging on the blade. Louis XVI was bound and taken there. A piteous sight. He was cold, without even a coat, his body shivering. Everyone brought their family to witness this great occasion in their country's history. When the hour came, the executioner walked to the guillotine and put the king's head on the block. The blade was released. There was ice all over his face, and you could hear.
Go on, Yu and Shikai, go on!
You could hear the whoosh of the blade.
The whoosh of the blade, and then go on, Yu
Shikai?
But that is the end.
The end? That quickly?
Shikai, you think we're idiots? That you can fool us like that? You're making this up? You've made up this story from the West to scare us. I reappointed you against my better conscience, and this is how you repay my kindness? Did the French also celebrate New Year, or is this a lie?
Calm down! Stop! Your Highness! Your Highness, no!
I have received news that Sun Wen insists on a republic, no compromise. Empress Dowager, I told you the story of the French Revolution because I don't want you and the princes to share the same fate as the French Emperor. I've always been your loyal servant. Heaven can attest to my loyalty.
Shikai.
Huh?
Come here.
Come here!
Empress Dowager. I'm at your command as ever.
In case that day comes, you cannot let us face the guillotine. And you cannot let us starve to death.
Of course, of course.
Go back now.
The South is eager to fight. Please consider this, Empress Dowager.
I know.
Then I take my leave.
Prince Regent.
Your servant.
Shikai has broken his promise. He sided with the rebels. I regret it. I dismiss him as Prime Minister, effective immediately.
The situation now is... The situation now is such that it won't help at all.
They're dragging their feet, prolonging their dreams of a dynasty. Acting against the people, overreaching themselves. They're enemies of all people. Their feudal court survives in name only, and yet they continue to hang on. Ugh! What happened? What is it?
Mr. Sun?
What is it?
Send a telegram.
The Qing court?
And make it public. The Revolutionary Party's patience is running out. Doesn't the Qing court have any shame or honor at all?
Empress Dowager, there are mutinies in the northeast, Xinjiang and Tibet. Feng Guozheng and Duanqi Roy and 43 other generals now support the Republic.
Can you tell me something I don't already know?
Empress Dowager, we serve you and the royal court. We do not support a republic. I beg you, please do not falter.
Why would I falter? This is all Shikai is doing.
You have betrayed Emperor Guangxu. Now he betrays Emperor Sun Tong. He's an unforgivable traitor!
He receives such graces from the court, yet he betrays us. He wishes to become emperor himself.
If the Emperor doesn't abdicate, he can't complete his deal with the revolutionaries.
I told you before, he's not to be trusted.
As long as I Xin Juanluo lives, the Qing dynasty will not fall!
Our great ancestors in heaven. Right now, other countries oppress us. The revolutionaries run wild. Our ministers are corrupt. They sell whatever they can for their own personal gain. There is nothing left now. We have failed you, ancestors. At least Sun Wen is merciful to us. He hasn't invaded. There will be no guillotines.
We want to have a bloodless revolution. No more sacrifices. No more needless fighting and killing.
This is a historical day. Let's begin.
Mr. President, over here,
Wait.
please.
Let me find a good pose.
President One, could you hold your hat higher?
Oh, sure. Let's change the pose, shall we?
When you cut my cue off, don't hurry the process. Just take your time. Do everything very slowly. This is a truly historical moment. Do you understand?
Yes. We'll all talk about revolution and the Republic, right? A revolutionary should have a revolutionary look. And today, I will show you my revolutionary look. Look at this.
I can't believe this.
Before I leave the presidency, I hope you will request your respective governments to recognize our new country immediately. Because to you, and to the entire world, it is truly significant.
Mr. President, how do you plan to treat the Qing royal family?
They will become citizens of the Republic.
You have decided to pay the royal family 4 million taels of silver. Is that how you treat all your citizens?
Is that how you will treat all your citizens?
I don't believe money should be a measure here. Not all revolutions require guillotines. What do you say, Mr. Ambassador?
I agree with your position.
When I was in England, I met your parliament member, Mr. Hillier. I told him, when China is finally a free country, I would invite him as my guest. I will use our Chinese liquor to toast you. Revolutionary liquor. Come. Cheers.
This is a letter from Jumin. Mr. Sun's been keeping it for you. He asked me to give it to you.
He's really gone then. Zhongshan. This is a letter from your father. Look. Letter from my wife. Shouldn't be kept only by me in this household. Keep it. Let others know about him.
Yesterday, the Emperor abdicated, ending 2 millennia of monarchical rule. Countless revolutionaries have given up their lives for our new republic. Today, February the 13th, 1912, 26th day of the 12th moon of Xinhaiye, I keep my promise. I resign from the post of president. We strive for the success of the revolution and do not covet recognition. We are all of the same mind. We work to realize the goal of revolution. This goal is to establish an independent country for the Chinese people, to build a Chinese republic where land is equally divided, nationalism, democracy, livelihood. These are what we strive so hard to attain. 3 principles. Today you ask me, what does revolution mean? Perhaps people will ask the same question a century later. Chu Jin, our Tongminhui member who was killed in Shaoxing, said, revolution will help form a peaceful and calm world for all children. Lin Jumin, one of the martyrs of Huanghuagang, wrote this to his wife. Revolution seeks eternal happiness for everyone in the world. I believe. Revolution is a concept that leads to the improvement of society. It penetrates into people's hearts. Once people understand it, they will rise up and fight against anyone who dares to support a monarchy. Revolution will enable the Chinese people to own factories, banks, railroads, and mines, all of which will benefit the country and its people. Revolution will enable our Chinese race to become strong, no longer oppressed and exploited by others. We will no longer be slaves. Revolution can take place anywhere, at any time, in any heart, forever, forever. No longer afraid of foreign powers, no longer a subject of royalty. No one will be impoverished and deprived. The Chinese people can stand proud and tall in the East now. This is the meaning of revolution.
千年的迷雾，绳索长路，生死向前途，慷慨奔赴。只是那一刻，诀别时刻，风起瑟瑟。且把我的梦葬在黎明，沉睡的黑夜才会苏醒。永远不要问去年今生，只见大雪纷纷，手足痛。这一片殷红也能感动我们后千万种，手足痛痛，我心从容。但愿这一切苍茫，爱的微光在身后让人间照亮天堂。且把我的梦葬在黎明，沉睡的黑夜才会苏醒。永远不要问去年今生，只见大雪纷纷，手足痛。这一片殷红也能感动我们后千万种，手足痛我心从容。但愿这一切苍茫，爱的微光在身后让人间照亮天堂。